Welcome back to the Talk Tonight. Have you hit any roadblocks in filing your taxes? If you're stumped, we've got you covered. Our panel of financial experts are hard at work answering the phones. They're ringing off the hook tonight. There we are. Look at somebody's actually adding it up still. This must be old tape. Right now, Dennis Ebert has taken a break from the phone lines to join us here on the set to talk taxes tonight. Yeah, I can still picture my father at the dining room table, the pencil, filling it. In fact, he might still do it that way
Paper
today.
spread across the table.
Sure.
Piles here
now
and there.
it certainly has become more common, and appropriately so, that people are using Tax Cut, TurboTax, some kind of software to walk you through it. Does that make sense for a lot of people to do it that way? Do you think?
It does. First of all, I happen to like a number of the computer programs. I'm not familiar with all of them, but the real good ones, they do typically walk you right through it. They ask the right questions, and for most people, their tax returns aren't that complicated. If they are complicated, I always recommend get yourself into a CPA.
Yeah.
Can you do kind of a combination of the two? Can you sort of start doing it yourself and then maybe have someone kind of almost check over your homework? Is that maybe an efficient or a good way to do things?
It is. First of all, I think it's good because it gives you the opportunity to understand what's going on with your money and what you're paying for and what you're not. Secondly, it helps reduce the cost of the tax preparation, because if your CPA can look at a return that's all nice and neat and printed with all the information on it, they take less time and they're going to be charging you less for it. And really, they're looking to error-proof you, and they'll point out some things that you may have missed, or that the program may have missed, additional deductions that you would have.
And I guess extending that a little further, if you then get it done by a professional 1 year and nothing changes from year to year, then you have a good model for the next year too, don't you?
Yeah, I've had professionals review mine periodically. I don't do it every year because it is fairly much the same. But every couple of years I'll go in and say, okay, what did I miss? What did I do wrong? Most people, what they really do wrong are the math errors and the slight omissions that, well, I didn't think that really counted when it does.
What is really making people pull their hair out this year? Just doing their taxes, probably.
Well, doing the taxes, I always, but I haven't seen anything in particular that's come to light that, oh, this is just driving me crazy. We've had such a wide variety of questions upstairs that we've answered that it seems to be just, what's right, what's wrong. I had a lady call in just before I came down. Her boyfriend didn't work at all last year, but they're not married. Can I claim him as a deduction? In the past, when they were both working, you couldn't claim one or the other as a deduction. But it was yes, you can.
Interesting.
But where do I go to find out who is a dependent?
There's going to be all kinds of people searching for boyfriends. To do that.
Well, I got to be careful with some of that, Matt.
I know. Well, it's too late for this tax year anyway. You're talking about next year's boyfriend now. Let's talk a little bit about financial planning in this last minute here too, and that's part of your expertise. Same with our other experts in tonight. Is this a good time to also be reviewing how you're handling any retirement savings, that type of thing?
It is, because first of all, you're going to be taking a look at how much did I put into my retirement plans, am I maximizing them, and how much in taxes could I save? I mean, realize if you write out a check for $1,000 into your IRA and you're in a 20% tax bracket, your out-of-pocket cost, that $1,000 really only cost you $800.
Right.
The other $200 is money you would have given to the government.
Right.
So
it reduces the tax burden and saves for when
and saves. It's a good review as to just where am I spending my money many times as you're going through this whole process.
Any kind of final tips in terms of little deductions maybe that people don't know about, or something that you can claim maybe through work or something?
Short of having to get a whole new boyfriend at this point.
Or girlfriend. Now take a look at there's a couple of things that were carried over, educational expenses, for instance, for teachers. We thought that was going to be dropped. That's been carried over.
Okay.
There's a couple little things I had. There's like 4 that I have a list of upstairs that I, of course, can't recall now.
Call in.
But that were carried over.
Yeah.
Look for the standard items. People sometimes look for these esoteric, off-the-wall type of things, and that's what gets you audited.
Well, thanks, Dennis. We appreciate your expertise, and everybody else upstairs, too. As always, we appreciate you joining us for the Talk Tonight. Remember, you can join the conversation on our Facebook page and our website, too.
All right, and don't forget, the Talk CNY is our hashtag. You can follow Matt, Michael, Benny, or myself. We'd love to hear from you tonight. Head out to the website.